Once a homeless man tried to find food, but he kept observing that his food was disappearing every day. He eventually caught the mouse that was taking his food and asked it, "I am a poor man. Why do you keep stealing my food? People who are wealthy would not be bothered if you took from them." The mouse, in his reply, told the homeless man, "No matter how much you beg or gather, this is all you will be able to have, since it's in your destiny to only be in possession of 8 objects. The homeless man said, "What makes this my destiny?" in disbelief. The mouse then replied, "I'm not sure. You need to try to talk to the Buddha." The homeless man sets off on his quest to find the Buddha, but as he travels, it becomes dark. He eventually finds himself at a rich man's home and asks for permission to stay for the night. He is let inside by the rich family, and they ask, "Why are you traveling at this hour, young man?" To this, he said, "I have a question for Lord Buddha, and I will be on my way tomorrow." "We also have a question for the Buddha. Can you ask him on our behalf?" the family asks at that point. "We have a 16-year-old daughter who cannot speak, and we would like to know what we can do to get her to speak." As he expresses gratitude for the shelter, the homeless man says, "Certainly, I'll ask that question on your behalf." The following morning, he resumes his walk and discovers the sea of mountains he must navigate. After ascending a mountain, he encounters a wizard. The wizard decides to use his staff to sail them over the mountain range. The wizard then asks the homeless man, "Where do you want to go? Why do you wish to travel through these mountains?" "I want to ask the Buddha an important question regarding my future," the man said. "Can you please ask the Buddha a question for me?" The wizard then asks, "I have spent 1,000 years trying to go to heaven. According to my wisdom, I should be able to enter heaven right now. Would you kindly ask the Buddha what else I must do to be able to enter heaven?" "Surely, I'll ask it for you," the young man responds. And as he moves on, he encounters his final hurdle. There is a river he is unable to cross, but fortunately, he finds a huge turtle that agrees to ferry him across. And the turtle asks, "Where are you headed?" as they cross the river. The young man answers, "I am going to visit the Buddha, as I want to ask him a question regarding the future of my life." The turtle then asks, "Would you mind asking a question for me as well? My teachings say that after 500 years of trying, I should have succeeded in becoming a dragon. Please ask the Buddha what I must do to turn into a dragon." After saying thank you to the turtle for helping him cross the river, the young man replies, "Of course, I'll ask him the question for you." When the homeless man eventually encounters the Buddha, he informs everyone there, "I will answer 3 questions for everyone present here, not more than that." The young man is surprised as he has 4 questions to ask. He carefully evaluates the situation. He thinks of the turtle who has been attempting to turn into a dragon for 500 years, the wizard who has been making efforts to reach the heaven for 1,000 years, and the little girl who must go through life without speaking. Then, after taking a good look at himself, he says, "I am just a homeless beggar. I can just go home and keep doing what I have been doing." So, when he considers everyone else's challenges, his own problem seems insignificant in comparison. He feels bad for the wizard, the turtle, and the little girl, and starts to ask all of their questions. Accordingly, the Buddha responds to the question, The turtle is reluctant to come out of his shell. He will never turn into a dragon as long as he is hesitant to leave the safety of his shell. The wizard never leaves his stuff behind and always carries it. It works as a stumbling block to his goal of reaching heaven. When the girl meets her soulmate, she will be able to speak. The homeless man then made a bow before the Buddha and left to return home. He informs the turtle when they are reunited, "Hey, just remove your shell and you will turn into a dragon." The turtle then removes his shell, revealing precious pearls that were discovered in the ocean's deepest regions. The turtle says, "Thank you, I no longer need these because I am now a dragon and will fly away," and hands the pearls over to the homeless man. On top of mountain, the homeless man meets up with the wizard and tells him, "Hey, you just have to put down your stuff and you will be able to go to heaven." The wizard lets go of his stuff by handing it to the young man and expresses his gratitude before entering heaven. The young man now possesses strength from the wizard and riches from the turtle. He returns to the family that provided him with shelter and tells them that the Buddha predicted their daughter will talk when she finds her soulmate. The daughter enters the house at that very moment and asked, "Hey, is that the man who was here last week?" The little girl and the once homeless guy have discovered each other. This story teaches us a lot of lessons. Occasionally, we need to give in order to get. Sometimes, in order to become a dragon, we must be prepared to give up the things that are most familiar to us and that gives us a sense of security. This is what the turtle had to do. When you are alone and lost in your thoughts, your problems can seem overwhelming and like the end of the world. However, when we consider the lives of others, particularly those who don't have the same opportunities as us and who struggle more than we do, our problems can at times seem much smaller. And if we are willing to help people who are hurting more than we are, it may change the direction of our lives and our destiny. And the world could give back in a way that we never could have anticipated. Keep life simple. Be happy. Always.